20-minute. Well, we can talk about it on the air. It was one of the weirdest calls I've ever seen, and we are live. All
Are
right.
we live right now? Well, that's good, Uli.
Yeah. Well, thanks, buddy.
Good evening.
Even if he's not here, you got to still jam out to this.
Oh, yeah.
And relax to the sounds of KAOS podcast. Hosted by Terry James, and Taint.
Hold up.
All these guys are talking about some weird stuff. I'm glad you're here.
You're listening
out.
to the KAOS podcast.
We had one viewer, and then we lost one viewer, and now they're back. So thank you, whoever you are, for coming back.
Hello, Chris. Hello, Randy. Good to see you guys again. Everybody in the chat.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we love streaming live. The KAOS, I guess it is a podcast because it does turn into a podcast now.
It does. Yeah, I try to describe it to some people, and I'm like, it's a video show, it's a podcast, because it's vlog. I don't know. It's
And then they go, what's it about? We go, I'm not really sure yet.
Yeah.
I mean, this is episode number, what is this?
We are on episode 49 and feeling fine. Can you
But
believe that?
You would think that we'd know what it is by number 49.
Dude, I listen to some podcasts, and they're like, especially political ones, they're like, oh, we're trying to get to 1 million subscribers. This is our 75th episode. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing?
First of all, if it's political stuff, I have a theory about that.
Donk?
People aren't going to like my donk. Everybody, people aren't going to like my theory. I just think that that's very easy to get followers and likes on one of those, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you're passionate about talking one side or the other, you get after it.
Yeah.
But it's the easiest thing to do is to get people that think like you and want to hear your certain vision of the way the world is.
Sure.
Want to be reaffirmed, all that stuff, and they just like, I'm going to follow that guy. That guy's like me. It's just the easiest thing in the world. You say the most outrageous stuff, and they'll follow you.
Yeah, it's kind of like a confirmation bias machine, right? Because you generally tend to flow towards people that speak along the ways you do. Like, we don't listen to it strictly people who think opposite of us, unless we're trying to do research or whatever. So yeah, you find this confirmation bias and other people who maybe are more articulate or attractive or whatever. So it's easy to fall into it. But what's kind of crazy is I had somebody the other day say to me about our show the same thing I said about Lex and Terry back in the day, which is,
This sucks.
No. It was pretty cool because he said, I watched KAOS, and now I've started listening to Lex and Terry in the morning, and I feel invested. And I'm like, yeah, it becomes a deal. It's a theater of the mind. We're wondering, like, what has Sarah been up to? What is Dee doing? Like, how many? And it is like a soap opera almost, in that, like, you want to know what's happening and you get invested in these.
Yeah, and that's why I like streaming so much. There's just a certain connection. It's not a huge audience when you stream. It never is, unless you're one of those people that it's like 49 million followers. Even the people with 49 million followers will get like 100,000 people out of that doing the live stream, or 50,000 or 10,000, whatever it is. But I love seeing the regulars in here. I love seeing Randy and Chris, and of course, Rich. Good to see you, buddy. Donk and the donk. Good to have you guys here.
Well, I appreciate it too, and I appreciate you guys accepting me into that world, because it's so much fun. It really is, and always a good time. And it's fun to follow you guys in the morning on the radios, because
back at you.
Yeah, we had a couple of real live action radio meltdowns today.
Really?
There's something in the air today. Yeah. And I'm sure you guys, here's in fact,
Dave,
how
you doing, buddy?
Texting me earlier. He wanted to get the app for Q92.9 so he can listen to the show,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Chris. Very nice of you. Very kind of you. Anyway, so we had, first of all, just this technological deal that the audio engineer had to slip, but like, the air went dead, just dead. Right.
Yeah.
And so you have backup CDs, but our backup CDs are like really old. And so it's just me and Leslie just riffing on air. And I'm like, I think it's swamp gas. We're not sure what's happening. We got terrestrial movements. The pyramids are vibrating at a frequency. Don't worry about it. We're on it. And but it was so much fun. I mean, not fun because you got to redo all the clocks and everything, but
Sure.
just that total improv like horsepower show. So that was one. And then somebody called the studio long before the request hour. And she went on. I'm not going to out her here, but in terms of a name, because we recorded at least 15 minutes of it, and she went on for at least another 5 about how we are working with the cops to manipulate our advertisers into tormenting this woman because she's beautiful and the cops won't leave her alone. It was the wildest thing.
Oh yeah, there's always a few of those out there, aren't there?
Yeah.
And
But
it's
for
one
like,
of it's one of the I've gotten some advice over the years from people that you just kind of go. Some people you don't, you just kind of shove it off. It's like you've never been here. Shut up.
mm,
But I remember when we were working for Cox Broadcasting, the Lex and Terry show was, and we liked those guys. We did like them, but we got an offer from somebody else,
mm,
and they didn't believe we had an offer. They had an offer on the table for us as well. They didn't believe we had an offer, so they cut their offer in half. We didn't like that. And
yeah.
we said, screw you. So we ended up going with somebody else. We ended up going with iHeart. But the whole thing about the advice that I got from that guy from Cox Broadcasting, he said, and it was true. He goes, listen, guys.
Uh-oh. There it is.
What's that? Did you lose me?
Oh, you were cutting out a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
No, I still got you now.
And he said, listen, guys, you're on a bigger stage now, which
What is
means
happening?
what?
Oh, it's just something in the air today, dude. The pyramids are vibrating on a
There it
frequency.
is. There it is. I hope it's working because it sounds okay on my end, but apparently not yours.
Okay, go ahead. The advice you got that you cut out at the worst time.
Oh, no. He just said you're on a big stage now because you're on a bunch of different cities and you're going to attract a bunch of weirdos. They're going to say horrible things about you. They're going to complain. They're going to do all kinds of stuff. And just got to be a little more aware of that. And, when you're aware of it, it doesn't sting as much. And it also is one of the other things where you just kind of go, whatever, it doesn't hurt us, and you just get through it. Is what I'm saying. People want to know where's Taint. Dave, Taint is
Well,
not
what's
here.
wild about it too is like I'm torn at yeah. And I'm torn between, offering this woman like you should call 988. You're having like a mental break or something like that, and just being like entertained endlessly. Like, it's
No, you should never call us tonight.
You did identify yourself. So Dave's asking, where's Taint? It's a great question. He's working overseas, as far as I know, and it was sort of a last minute thing, which of course just lends credence to that whole CIA aspect that we don't know about. Listen, if you're in the CIA, don't tell me. I will buckle under pressure.
Now, we don't think Taint is in the CIA, but we do know he's working for government stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we do know what he's doing, and we do know that they made him go to, where is he again? Norway or Denmark.
Yeah.
So he just caught a red eye, and he's there right now, and it's like 4 a.m. there. We don't know if he'll come on or not. We'll see. We'll see if he joins us or not.
See if we get some Danish Taint. But yeah, if you were a CIA recruiter, wouldn't he be the best though? Because he'd be like, nah, man, it's like recruiting Spicoli. It's like, nah, man, I'm just shaping surfboards, dude. What are you talking about? Meanwhile, he's poisoning your salad.
Yeah, if there's somebody out there doing some real covert stuff, they stumble across Taint. This is probably one of the best hires in the world because he really doesn't know what he's doing.
And he'll forget.
Yes, and he'll go, I don't know. I'm just here doing the thing, bro. That type of thing.
I didn't know I was supposed to kill him. I thought I was supposed to sleep with him. I thought it was fun. I don't know. We just played a little hide the pickle, and there we go.
Yeah, well,
Strait of Hormuz is opened again.
He's probably the guy that made this work. Watch it be.
Oh, that would be so awesome. We're the rubes left behind. We're like, I don't know. They're like, did you see this coming? Never saw it coming.
Here's the thing. The way my life is gone and the way my life is currently going, I wouldn't be shocked by any of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if they said, "Hey, this is a guy," all of a sudden his picture pops up on the news. Just like a friend of ours, picture popped up on the news today. Let
Well,
me
let's
go
hear
ahead
about
and here is the headline again. Now, this guy's been on our show, God, for many, many years. And for a long time, he and I were very close friends.
it.
And then
Uh-oh.
something happened with our friendship, and we still remain friends. It's not like we didn't like each other. We just didn't talk to each other. And the same thing goes for most of the people on the Lex and Terry show. But here is the breaking news today.
Mm.
ABC News is reporting comedian Carlos Mencia has been charged with 12 counts of tax evasion, felony counts of tax evasion. So, Carlos, come on, man. In fact, the last time we were in Springfield, it was with doing comedy, was with Carlos.
Yeah, that's right. It was at the 2 years ago at the subpar.
Yeah.
You know, here's my connection. Our friend 6 Foot Katie, the shady lady.
Yes.
Well, she is she and I, the very first time we met, we were plus ones for friends of ours that were going on a blind date. So like kind of the safety feature. Well, it didn't work out. Those people are married to other people now. And we ended up sitting up right near the front, and it was Carlos Mencia, and we got kicked out of the show for being loud. Very first time we ever hung out.
Was at that show?
No, this was at the
Okay,
Galois in
okay.
2011. or 12.
Okay. And you're being too loud and they kicked you out?
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Causing a ruckus.
Interesting.
I do
No,
love a
yeah.
ruckus.
Well, I hate seeing stuff like that.
You do.
I do. I don't know what's going on there, but it doesn't look good, does it?
No. I mean, Willie Nelson can bounce back from that because he's Willie. He's kind of like Dolly. It's like,
Yeah.
you know.
And
Carlos Mencia is already behind the 8 ball with like what Chris is saying. He has kind of a rep of, I mean, he kind of has been going through it, right?
well,
Feeling
yeah,
good.
Rogan kind of exposed him and ruined his career.
Yeah.
Absolutely ruined Carlos's career.
Mm.
Went from having a TV show, went from having playing arenas and not stadiums, but theaters, things
Mhm.
like that, to nothing.
So do you
And
think there's going to be the same kind of blowback with Nate Bargatze? Have you seen about that? That he was
just
at the,
because he was at the thing,
yeah.
people just I got a weird opinion on that. People are just when it comes to him,
Lay down the background too, so folks know.
well, he was where at
He's at the UFC 250.
yeah, and he was seen there, and he's noted as saying that he's not a political guy, yet he was seen being pictures and rubbing elbows with all the political people.
Mm.
And of course, the other, like the far left people are like, "This guy's an idiot. I will no longer listen to you." I I still have a hard time doing something like that, canceling somebody for who they voted for, even though it's a little crazy. Because I'm a guy who has said many times I'm not super political,
Mhm.
and people think that that's a business move. Some ways, I guess, maybe it is, but the truth is, I don't feel confident enough or have the passion enough to talk about stuff like that. This is not how I want to spend my waking hours.
Yeah.
Getting in fights with people over made up stuff.
Right.
It's and there's money in it.
Yeah.
There's grifting in it. I have a friend who I've known for a while. Actually, we did a little radio show together for a while here in Seattle. And he is a far right guy. He's gay. He's Jewish. So of course, if you've got that going for you, you go ahead and pick that other side because we got a gay Jewish guy to root for now. That type of thing. And as far as I'm concerned, he's a grifter.
Yeah.
And the same with all these other people because they get on all those channels, they infuriate people,
Sure.
and they try to make money off of it. It's sad to me.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to do that, especially when you realize when folks say, well, that's just all an act or what have you. I mean, the one thing if it's Larry the Cable Guy and he just decided to lean into some hillbilly accent, but if you're inflaming anger in people and then kind of not owning it in your personal life, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's just a thing. But
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff has real consequences. And
I
so I stay away from it too. I mean, I have very strong personal opinions, never on the radio and not here. I mean, there's just time and place.
Yeah, I just don't know enough, and I don't wanna hate anybody. I don't want to, but I find myself doing it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie, but I don't want to, and I just wanna move on with my life,
Everyone, we
That's
got
why
to
I
take a
look
drink out of the old Haterade bottle sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I like, meeting up here. It's
Mhm.
fun. It's fun. We got, z not a lot of plans. Sometime this show gets a little riffy and a little weird and a little fun and a very improv-y. Other times we go kinda deep. Other times we have some guests on and we call each other names. It's fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's
I know.
funny that you. I just came out of class before the show, and I'm doing a this summer's class is couples and relationship therapy, which is funny. Uh, Not funny, haha, funny, interesting. And so tonight we were doing role playing things, and of course, I got lumped into playing the mother of a schizophrenic that's meeting with the counselor for the first time, and man, I leaned into it. You know what I'm saying? I went full Norman Bates mom. Uh, Sam just isn't the same anymore since he came back from the nervous hospital. And so
They had
just
the
like
wrong guy doing that.
yeah. Oh no, they had the right guy.
Oh,
And this
you
is
went
the
over the
first time
top.
I've been in with these people, and they're all looking at the table like, what the fuck is this guy? He went full method acting, right? I'm
Yeah.
accusing the counselor. And they're like, you're a good actor. And I'm like, yeah. It's
Well
the trauma. The trauma makes you funny.
Well, when you and I first met, in fact, we were talking, I believe it was about you. I think it was maybe off the air today
Yeah.
and on the Lex and
Uh-oh.
Terry show. And we were talking about you, and I was talking about how I jumped in your truck the first time
Mhm,
we met, and we were
mhm,
going from one part of an event to another part of an event.
mhm,
And
mhm.
by the time we got there in a maybe 15-minute ride, I was like, I love this guy. I felt like you knew a little, because you and I were kind of improv and jokes, and I even
Yeah,
asked you, I think. I said, "Did you have some
you did.
improv
You called me
background?"
out. You
Yeah.
saw me, baby. Thank you. That's just and where else do we get a chance to practice that, right? Where it's just you can just really I mean, sometimes and speaking of which, we should talk about the documentary you turned me on to. Let's talk about somebody who can drop into some roles, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Before we get there, though, Chris, thank you so much. Chris likes to do some role play, and it looks like he's still in internship. I don't know if you're doing the same kind of thing I am, but man, pull on through and thank you for watching, dude. I really appreciate this. Oh,
Get
the
out.
Mac is back.
Oh, look at everybody. Good to see you guys. All
Yeah,
right. All right.
and if you're
Yeah.
just joining, Taint is overseas crafting what it is he crafts in countries that we haven't attacked yet.
Don't think he's going to join us, although he said he's going to try. But, before we signed on here, we go, what time is it where he is? And it is
Yeah, it's
4:19
4 in the
a.m.
morning.
Yeah. So, hey, Mary, good to see you. Mary had a little damn lamb.
Nice.
Yeah, good to see you guys. Yes, if you want to see a real fun documentary, it is called it's called Hendry, is what it's called, and it's on YouTube. And
Hmm.
it's about this old time radio guy named Phil Hendry. And I used to love this guy. He always worked at night, and I thought he was crazy. And then I learned more and more about him, and I learned that most of his callers were him, where he would actually sit there with another end of a landline,
Hmm.
and he would be talking on the air, going, "Well, all right, who wants to give us a call? Well, how you doing there, Phil?" And and he goes back and forth, and they had people like Bill Hader and all these other people going, "I don't know how he does it."
Yeah.
If you listen close enough, he goes, you can actually hear him talking over himself.
Yes. Yes. That's what I was wondering how he doesn't. Yeah, he can interrupt himself,
Yeah.
which
And
is
look,
so the premise too was that I got from it was that he would take and he was always honest, right? Like before the show, he's like, all characters are he didn't hide it at
oh
first,
no,
right?
no.
All characters are me. But you know how it is in radio and everything else. If you just tuned in and he would pick a subject that was maybe controversial and take the other side, like, yeah, I kicked her out of the moving car because the bitch deserved it. Right. And then the caller calls in and is arguing with both Phil and Phil.
Yeah, and it's amazing how he does it, and not all of his callers are fake in him. That he would use it probably just to spark other callers to call in, and and it made me want to get into this late night radio vibe.
Yeah.
And he was one of the main reasons why I wanted to do it. But I didn't want to do fake characters or anything. I just wanted that late night freedom that seemed like he had. Like, all the lights are down, there's nobody in the studio. That's my favorite part. There's no staff there. There's nothing going on. And it's just you, a microphone, the lights are turned down dim, and your imagination gets to run wild. And I wanted that so much. And I got a 10 at night to 2 in the morning shift. And I was on my way. I was on my
Love that.
way. And then they moved me to morning drive, and I was never able to do it again. And so that's why I wanna start another one eventually, and then just online, because I love it. I just love the whole vibe. I don't and it's not to become a sensation or anything. It's just it's kind of to remind me why I got into this business in the first place.
Yeah, man. We've talked about it on this show before, and I've talked about it before. When I was driving truck in college, I listened to Coast to Coast with Art Bell, and that was like it kept me company. You could hear three things in the Central Valley in California late at night. You could hear one of the Hispanic stations, right? Or it was God channel. Oh, my children, make sure you. Or Coast to Coast with Art Bell, and so. It was wild. I worked from 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. So I saw the sunset and the sunrise. I'm hauling tomatoes out of Los Banos, California. I mean, it doesn't get much shittier than that, but damn, the money was good. That's why I came over from the coast to make some money and work nights. And Art Bell would call. And if you're out there in the listeners there, he had two phone lines, east of the Rockies and west of the Rockies. And if you were west of the Rockies, you had to use this line. And he was broadcasting out of like a 14-foot, little trailer in Pahrump, Nevada.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he was all about the aliens and stuff. And I do remember this. It was one of the funniest things I remember is he would open up the hotline for aliens only once in a while. He's like, this line is only if you're from a different solar system, right? And they would always give themselves away. They would have a really killer chef's kiss backstory, right? Like, yeah, I come from the Zoltar galaxy, blah, 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 blah. We're over here splitting the atom, blah. And then he's like, oh, yeah, okay. Well, so how come we came to Earth? He's like, to get Windows 95. It was always some stupid shit that gave him away, right? I came for Windows 95.
Yeah, absolutely. All this stupid stuff. Yeah, I just, I want to do it. I love the UFO stuff. I love certain, certain conspiracy theories, but I also want to talk to death doulas and psychics, and I also want to talk about real things to real people and have a question of the night and make my old thing that I used to do, the one that I would make it weird, make that a segment of the show where I ask the question. And I've got all these ideas down. I'm working on it, and I'm just going to have some fun with it. I know that we have this because I love this as well, but it's fantastic. So I highly suggest anybody, if you have any dreams or any things like this, because so many people are listening to us and watching us right now going, I could do this with my friends. Yeah, you absolutely can. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Sign up, get a microphone, and do it. There's Randy there. Make it weird. Love it. Thank you. Thank you, Randy.
Sorry, the chat is a little slow sometimes, guys. And also I'm having some technical issues on the side. Once we get to where I can, like tonight, we actually had the audio work first thing, a little behind the curtains magic. When we open up the studio, of the three of us, at least one is unable to be heard. It is the magic of what the fuck is this? And so we had the audio start up just fine tonight. Once we finally get StreamYard dialed in pretty tight, I'm hoping we can get onto Twitch or stream and have a better conversation side piece there. So.
Oh, absolutely. There's still a lot of growing with this and a lot of learning to do with this. And, we haven't been able to spend as much time on planning
Yeah.
this as we want, but we're already got some really cool people that listen and that check in every time. I feel like a really good connection with these people. It's fantastic.
I love it, and I would rather have that. I would rather have the connection. It's my favorite part of the radio show there at the at Q is the blue collar break time where I just take callers and you have to answer a poll question, and it just. I mean, I have a listener that wanted to remain anonymous that had a very serious medical condition. He's a regular listener. I say his name the rest of the time. He says, "This I want to keep quiet, but I've had this, very serious diagnosis." And the fact that he would take the time to call and say, "Hey, can you play something uplifting? I just found out I have, X, Y, and Z." And I was just like, dude, yeah, of course. What do you want me to start a meal train for you? Like, what's happening? And that's cool. It's just a really, and Chris, I really encourage, if you want to start a podcast, dude, you can do it if you're on a Mac, GarageBand's already in there. You can get a Yeti Blue mic for $95. I mean, it's so easy to start now.
Yeah, I mean, and if you have a little extra money, get yourself a little Roadcaster, plug it in, start it up, and this is good. It's a lot of fun to do, and no one really cares if anybody's listening or anything like that. It's nice when you get a few, you
Mhm.
know, but it's also the romantic part of it to me is when you're getting your ass handed to you.
Mhm.
When you've
Mhm.
got like 2 listeners at the most, and and both of them are saying you suck.
It's that same sadomasochism that leads people to go, "Man, I love it when I bomb, when I'm
I
doing."
don't I don't know what it is about that. It is so fun to me. And sometimes the listeners can say some things that really hurt, and it only hurts when they're 100% right.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause you're like, "My God, I do suck."
I do suck. I said this again. Oh my God, why am I dealing with this? Oh, oh God. So if you're one of those people that likes calling people out,
Oh,
um, if you tell the truth, it'll tag somebody. It'll hurt somebody, which is fun to me.
especially me. If you're like, "Man, that guy, yeah, you should just stick with radio, dude."
Yeah, yeah. Look at
But
that.
it's been a blast. It's I gotta say, I have been so lucky. And there are moments, and I'm sure you can speak to this, where you're like, I'm doing like this is the most hours I've ever put into a part-time job, if that makes sense. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of fun, but I'm passionate about it. And thankfully the fire department retirement pays the bills, so I can do that. But sometimes I'm like, really? All of this? But man, what it does for my creative cup, like that's what fills it up, and it's not a monetary thing.
Yeah, you got into radio at a strange time.
Oh yeah.
You got it. You unfortunately missed the time that I kind of sometimes feel like it's going to go back to that eventually.
So
But I hope so too. But you got into it at a weird time. You're in it right now at a radio station, a great radio station, by the way,
oh yeah.
where so many people work so many hard and do different jobs. And when I got into it, I would volunteer to go get the van washed and do things like that. But it wasn't, you know, they had people for everything. They had
Yeah.
money for T-shirts and koozies and stickers, and they
Yeah.
had everything. It was just the energy was so awesome.
That's cool.
And that's what we're trying to create here as
Yes.
we're working with. We got some KAOS shirts available. Taint is working on a few things. We got some cool stickers. We have some plans coming up that we're trying to work in. So be patient, and thanks for just being here with us. That's pretty much it. We're
Here's some big news for you.
yeah.
I tell you, I'm entering a steak eating competition on Saturday.
How's your heart?
Oh, it's pretty bad. This might be the one. This might be the final episode, buddy. But here's the thing. So it's this restaurant out of Texas called, I forget what it's called, and they drag a giant bowl around on a trailer behind them, and they host these steak eating things. And with the anniversary of Route 66, they came through when we had the big parade, and they're coming back through. And they let a different media outlet, like the TV side, say, "Hey, we're looking for some personalities to go up against our championship steak eater." And somehow my name got in the mix. So I'm dicing it up, but I've got three co eaters. It's a 72-ounce steak. I'm like, tell those rookies to sit on the side or eat the vegetables. I got the steak. You know?
Really?
Oh no, I'm not gonna eat a 72-ounce steak in that.
You never know. You never know. Are you
Mhm.
gonna go into this with trying to make it happen?
Oh yeah, yeah. Beef sweats for life. You are not wrong at all. Oh fuck yeah. So apparently, when they came through on Route 66, they thought it'd be fun to get like 4 linemen from the Missouri State football team to go against their championship eater. And of course, these boys are hungry.
Yeah,
Yeah, they wiped that guy right out.
of course. Absolutely. And they're
So
like 15. Okay, not
yeah,
that old. They're like what, 19, 20.
yeah, they're young. Yeah, they're college kids. Now, realize this baby's got 6 more clicks left in it, and it's ready to win a competition. All right, I can't play hockey anymore. I'm not mountain biking. Why not go out that way?
You're gonna be great. Don't worry about it. That's fun.
Uh,
And those are the fun things you do because
yeah,
these are the things that these are experiences,
yeah,
and every one of them's fun. So
absolutely.
I'm glad you're doing that. And once again, hi to everybody who's in the chat. We're not trying to ignore you or anything, but
No,
let's see here. What did the Mac is back mean? Where is he? Where did it go? What did it say here?
he
Just put
said
a
he did
just
say
put,
this. Just put a pause on the merch order. Okay,
what
okay.
does that mean?
I think he's waiting for new designs to come out. I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean the Mac is back? Help us out with that one. What can
Help us
we
out.
what can we do to make things work?
Thank you, Chris. Yes, absolutely. I didn't know if I should go for the mindset of starve yourself for like a week and then become like a snake and just dis distend the jaw and go nuts, or if I just keep up my regular eating habits, which has been a lot less lately. And then my coworker today, she's like, you're going to be there at 4 on Saturday, right? I'm like, you mean in like 2 fucking days? So
Yeah. Well, don't eat for 2 days.
yeah.
Okay, the Mac
Oh,
is
that's
back.
funny.
There you go, because Uli said he wasn't gonna survive.
No, no,
Hey,
no. You
well,
still get the merch. There'll be collector's items then.
yeah, well, I mean, the show will still go on. We'll just have another guy.
You can get guys like me a dime a dozen, dude.
No, no, all of us is like, listen, we fill in for each other. We're like a puzzle here. Taint's gone today.
Oh,
Sometimes we'll have people fill in. Sometimes Lex fills in. So all
yeah.
that stuff. So
Some
it's good.
guests. We have that capability too. Mac is back. Has been on the show with us. He was a donk. And in fact, if you want to give us the technology tip again, how people can join into the show, I'll put the link right here.
What do you mean? What was it again
Remember, you could put the link up
for today?
to be a guest on the show.
Let's see here. How do we
I,
do
I,
this?
I bet I could do this.
Let me see if we can do this right now. It says
Yeah.
share a referral link, but this isn't a referral.
I don't know. I bet Mac is the number one donk. Yes, you are, sir. Can you call in? And if you're only listening to this on Spotify in the next few days, I'm sorry about this. This
Oh, you
is the
you can call in right now if you want. We got a number.
click the
Let me
button with 2
let me
people.
let me make that work for you guys. If you want to call in, let me write the number down here. I just have to transfer the phone number. It is 206, right?
Uh-huh.
308 308
Ah.
6424. All right. There's the number you could call in on.
Mhm.
Did that work? Okay, there's the post. Let me I guess it just went to Facebook. Looks like it just went to Facebook.
Well, it's coming on. If you're watching on the page, and then he says, click the link with the 2 people on it. My goodness, I feel like we're you and I are a couple of monkeys at the zoo just throwing poop in
Well,
a cup.
yeah, absolutely we are. Hold on a second here. Let me do this. Okay. Now if somebody calls, you're more than welcome. I'm even going to use this up. I'm putting the thing on, but we will be broken in whatever we're talking to with a phone ringing.
Sure. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, what else is at the Gang of Two show? Well, it is, although, let me tell you something. The other 2 that's normally in it is the best 2. Miss Sherry, of course. That's what I
Oh,
was
yes.
talking about. Yeah.
No, what that is that we're just sending this show to anywhere we have a social media presence. So this is going to the Lex. I've put it today on the Lex and Terry Facebook page, and
Nice.
also the my personal YouTube channel. And
Ooh,
I know that Uli's put it in a couple different places as
yeah.
well. So
It's on our KAOS YouTube. It's on our KAOS Facebook, my personal Facebook. Also, Uli on air, and yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll
there you
get
go.
yeah,
If you want to call that number is what we're saying.
absolutely. All right. Let's see what else is happening in the wide world of Terry. You got anything? You guys asked a little bit earlier. I saw a link off of asking if you guys were going to Freakville.
Yes.
Yes, you are going to Freakville.
Yes, we are.
Okay, that was Luis Alberto Blanco or Luis Albert Blanco. So,
Yes, Luis, we will be in Jacksonville, Duval. We will be there the weekend of July the 10th. I believe that's what is that, a Friday? Is that a Friday? I don't know. July, let me take a look here. I think it's July 10th, 11th, and 12th. And let me take a look here. June, July. I got to see here. Yes, 10th, 11th, and 12th. We're going to be doing our show live from the Planet Studios on the 10th in the morning. And from what I understand, you can come by and watch the show live. You don't need tickets. You don't need anything. Just show up. They've got a room there that you can watch us. We're all going to be hanging out. We're going to be doing stuff. Lex, myself, Dee, and Sarah, and I believe Taint might even join us.
oh yeah, that's what
And
we like to hear right there.
So we're going to be doing that, and then on that Sunday we're going to be out. We got the Lex and Terry Luau out at the Jacksonville Beach, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody out there. I believe it's the Hampton Inn, I think is what it is, and at the Tides Beach Bar and Grill, and that's going to be from something to something. I think it's 4 to 6.
Yeah,
Or maybe
very
it's
cool.
2 to 4. Maybe it's 2 to 4. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to be there. Just see us. That's all we're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
That'd be a good time. I was trying to find a way to make it work over here, but like you said, it is an interesting media landscape these days. So I've got to save some money to go to Mom's 80th birthday in California. So
Oh, where in California is she?
she's up there in Cayucas, off
Okay.
in San Luis Obispo County. Yeah.
That is up there.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's home, baby. It's home sweet home. And it's interesting. We were having this conversation, and you know somebody who's moved across country a few times. What keeps you in one place, right? For me, it's my boys here because even though they're in their 20s, I'm the potted plant parent.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of years where I'm like, I'm going to go to Seattle when I'm done with the fire department. Like, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to go back to the Northwest. And I haven't made that decision. And obviously there's reasons, but sometimes it feels like, have I just become a little more cowardly to start over in my older age? I don't know.
I don't know if it's cowardly. I wouldn't say that. I would think that you now know what there is and isn't to lose, and it's very hard as you just get a little bit older to
Yeah.
recover from a bad decision.
Mm,
So you're not as quick to jump the ship. You're like, I got 35 more years to make things happen. I can whatever. If this doesn't work, I could do the next thing and not work, and the next thing that doesn't work.
the bounce back. Yeah.
Yeah, but the bounce back isn't as
Tough.
easy. That's all it is. But I always say, and it's weird from a guy who's been married for as long as I have and had the same job for as long as I had. I would say always take a chance.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And, I'm not saying, nothing is forever or anything, right? Like my boys, if they decide to move to different states, well, that's awesome. They should go experience this world a little bit. And I'll finish this counseling degree and get it multi-state, and then I can go wherever. But I don't know. I'm trying to enjoy the moment here. But once in a while, I'm like, dude, if I waited too long, it's never too late, I guess.
No, absolutely. It isn't too late. And sometimes you'll get and this is going to sound corny. I hate it when I do this. I really hate myself when I do this, but I'm going to do it.
That. You're not hating on my-
Sometimes something will happen to nudge you in that right direction.
Yeah.
And it's going to feel like, oh crap, what do I do? And it could be a change in your work. It could be a change in all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
Where you go, this might be the time I got to do it. I'm getting called to go somewhere else, and it might be the greatest thing in the world that ever happened for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to keep that optimism, right? Especially as you were talking about how like the world is just so upside down right now. You're like, hey, by the way, the government is acknowledging that there's aliens. We're like, yeah, okay, fucking another day. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Are they really though? Where's the proof? Okay, we have them. They show a couple of weird things flying around, but I don't see some leathery looking bitch thing walking around, which I want to see.
Well, this is really going to impact your late night show. I bet you're going to get a lot of people who are up late at night on the ham radio channels being like, Terry is
Oh,
so
I,
wrong.
I would love that. I just don't know how, it's going to be more than just conspiracy things in UFO. I want to do it because I want to take some chances comedically
Yeah.
that I haven't been able to do on any other show where I think something's funny and people just stare at me,
I love that.
which I'm excited about doing. By the way, as people have been asking for that number, I put it up there. It's 206-308-6424. It's in the chat. If you guys see that, you can call if you want right now. You're allowed to.
Randy, you make a good point. I mean, at this point, why not? I would believe aliens might actually do a better job than what's happening, but that's, anyway, yeah, I just, speaking of weird vibes, I was at my favorite little watering hole billiards the other day and yesterday, actually. And the bartender there, she's super EDM into like, she's watched every episode of Ancient Aliens. She's all about, the moons and Gatorade and reverse cowgirl, all that shit. And she was like, Uli, I'm so excited. And, I was having lunch with a friend and like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah. There's been a frequency coming from all the pyramids. It's like at 3 hertz. It's way down deep and they're all talking to each other and the solar system and the flares. And I'm like, there's just a part of me that kind of wants to believe it with her. I'm like, why not? Shit.
Yeah, I have a friend who is a former professional athlete.
Uh-huh.
And I don't want to give his name because he's a little crazy.
You don't want them showing up at your door, right?
Oh, that's fine. He's Mr. Chemtrail.
I
He's
love that. Yeah.
and everything he posts is about that. And it's like, oh, come on, man. Just stop it.
Yeah,
chemtrails,
yeah.
You went to college and everything, and stop that. And you know what's going to be embarrassing is one day we're probably going to find out that guy was right and I'm wrong.
Well, it's the people that it is interesting the way the mind works and the neuroscience of it all, that the progression that happens to where you end up like that lady in the radio station today calling for 20 minutes, convinced that we're selling advertising to the cops so they can control her because she's pretty. Like, but we all have that friend. I mean, I've got another one that now he's gone so far down so many rabbit holes, and I love rabbit holes. But like he's all but putting tinfoil in the windows. He's like, you got to watch out. It's the 5G. I'm like, dude, 5G's already here. What's on?
Yeah, I'd still have a very hard time with it, and I even have a harder time when some of them end up being right.
Now, Rich makes a great point. That's what kicked us off air today. Might have been the pyramids. They're coming in on 92.9 on your FM dial, number 1 in your heart. Me and you in the Mighty Q.
Yeah, good point there, Rich. Yeah, could be it.
Damn pyramids. It wasn't swamp gas, like I said.
I'll say this. I know that sometimes you're doing the show in the morning, and I look out the window and it's like a full moon.
Ooh.
And I'll see that first thing in the morning. I'll go, oh, the calls are going to be weird today. Yeah. And they are. Mm-hmm. When it's a full moon, we've done the Lex and Terry show. All of a sudden you're getting these calls and you're going, is it? Then we'll look at each other, go, is it a full moon today? Mm-hmm. And then we'll Google it. And sure enough, it is.
Those were the 3 biggest days on the fire department in terms of run volume. First of the month, when child support hits, first of the month, child support and full moon. Any of those 3 nights.
Really?
And if they all converged, oh yeah. People love to use 911 when they get on one. And I definitely think it's full moon. I don't know if it's better lighting and you can start a good street fight easier that way. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but the lighting's better. I like the way I look at a full moon, so I'm going to stay out a little later. And Rich, who has some medical knowledge, and his wife too has medical stuff. Like you said, he said it's crazy in the ER on full moon time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which, you want to hear the sad part is I've talked about this woman who called our radio station. If you're just joining in, Leslie, she who rules the night, happened to be in the main studio, and I was in the production booth, and she's like, "Shit, the phone's ringing." So she answers it. Hello, Uli's executives answering service, and this woman, without missing a beat, goes on for 20 minutes. It takes us like 5 minutes to start recording because we kept thinking she was going to hang up or it was a joke. And for 20 minutes, was accusing us of selling ad space to the cops so they could mess with her because she's pretty. And that was going on and on and on. And you know what they said, Terry? Because everyone in the station basically came into the studio to listen to this because no one could believe it. Like,
Yeah.
sounds like Uli might have a date for Friday night.
You know what? I would have, this is how sick I am of a person. Because in my mind, people are going, "Oh, this lady's lost her mind a little bit. She needs a little bit of help. Is she going to be okay?" That's the first thought, but that's not my first thought. My first thought was, you say you're hot, prove it.
She did. She made sure we looked at her Facebook page and her Instagram page, and we're over here on the side looking it up. She's not an unattractive person. The ladies who know pop music people say, "Oh, she looks like a busted," not Ariana Grande. It was Amanda Bynes. Is that somebody who's fallen off?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, on the one hand, I want to guide you towards the mental health resources you clearly need, or you just ripped a major line of, Bolivian marching powder and you're just on one.
Yeah. It's weird because our job, and this includes this here. If somebody were to call right now, let's just say we had 2 callers call the show.
Mm-hmm.
One of them wants to talk about social unrest in China, and the other one's trailers on fire. You know which one we're going to. We love that stuff, and then you end up feeling bad for doing it.
I know. Oh, I know. Well, and none of us would stop her. We weren't airing any of it just because, you don't know, because she's just going on though. And the fact that it was nonstop. I'm like, we should hire her just to do play-by-play. I mean, she never missed a beat. Give her some of the old tootie and let her rip.
You're going to make a great producer as far as of TV shows or something, or coming up with ideas. Here's what we'll do. Okay, there's a lady down the hall. She's a crack addict. She's stopped for 12 years. So good for her, but we're going to get her first stuff. And we're going to put her on the air.
We're going to bring her to life the way she was meant to be.
Some people are here to shine. And that's what she is.
The brightest stars burn but briefly, Terry. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm helping her out. Like, she will be remembered.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I usually now by this stage of my life, I end up feeling sorry for them. And then I ruin a great bit.
Right. It could be either just devastatingly incisive or you're like, I just feel bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like when I watch certain people on TikTok or whatever, and I'm like, before this clears the bar of this is cracking me up, I'm like, is this a person that has like severe disabilities? And they're like,
exactly.
My heart always goes out to those two because you know what? They've got the clankers to put it out on there. I don't. I'm not doing the same thing. I'm like, and if you suck and truly suck at music or singing or whatever, and you're like, I'm going to put it out there. I mean, I kind of respect that.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%.
I want to just cheer them on. I never leave comments because I don't know. This might be the one thing that they have that keeps them like, community is everything. And maybe this is their thing. And even terrible enough, they're getting, at least people are interacting with them.
And not just that, I really believe that everybody's got a little sliver of greatness in them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't only come out once, it comes out every once in a while. Some people know how to harness it and throw it out there from time to time. But some people get shocked when they're oh, I said that and everybody laughed. Oh, wow. And I love seeing that stuff. I love cheering people on.
Oh yeah. Or you see that one, maybe the homeless or unhoused person that like they're just filming and comes upon a grand piano and it's just like this next level talent.
Yeah.
And you're going, how many people in this world are walking around full of a gift that I wish they could give to people because you can see it just opens up their hearts when they do. So yeah, I love that. Yeah, send them hearts on TikTok. Now I still watch and chuckle maybe a little to myself, but
In fact, let's ask the chat room right now. Okay. What do you feel that you do right now that you can do better than most people?
oh, I like that.
What do you
Yeah,
feel that you do better than most people? What kind of gift do you have? And it could be
yes.
something like I can open a beer bottle with my armpit,
Mm.
whatever it is. Or it could be something super special, like I'm close to curing cancer. You know, so
Yeah,
and
I
I know
love
that
that so much.
I know our listeners kind of fall in between all of that. So we're looking at the chat right now. What do you think that you have that are better than most people? Chris
All right.
Cassius, I can step outside and feel crazy. What is this?
I don't
I
even
can
know. I think maybe
farther
Chris is
with
on the
hands.
crazy.
I think he's typed fast.
I'll tell you what happened to me. You want to know my special skills? I love
Yes.
Dave kicks in arguing with Chris. That's his
Nice.
thing that he does. Oh, let's see. Craig, very aware of his surroundings. Looks like he's got a Volvo GMC semi right there, but it's a single axle tractor. That looks like he's hauling beer. Excellent.
Nice
Nice work.
job, Craig.
Um,
And it says, yeah, I'm very aware of my situations. I pick up on the vibe of things, and that is a talent, by the way.
100%.
That's one of that fight or flight thing, but hopefully he's not being too paranoid with it and he's just aware and he knows what's going
Yeah.
on. I like to consider myself somebody who's aware as well. But
Mhm.
I never looked at it as a superpower. Sometimes I look at it as me being just a little paranoid sometimes, but
You want to
the
hear mine?
paranoia has paid off in my life.
This is the name of your biography. Paranoia has paid off.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
no, mine is, and I know I'm kind of going off half cocked here, but since I've resumed my gummy habit post retirement, I've discovered what it does. It unlocks a superpower that nobody believes me. Okay, especially my other friends who enjoy being elevated. Terry, I get hearing superpowers like fucking Aquaman underwater with sonar. It is
Here-
wild. I hear new notes in music. I hear
Wow.
conversations going on outside. And yeah, one time it was just the radio turned down real low and I was super high. But the other times were legit. I think I have Superman hearing when I'm high.
That's
There it is.
fantastic. You know what? I'm not going to argue that at all. Look at this. Rich says I can predict certain things except winners and lotto numbers. Keith says I can generally read people really well. My wife's very good at that.
Yeah.
She's told me people, oh, this person's a creep. Be careful. This person's full of crap. Be careful. And I fight for that person.
Yeah.
I draw the line in the sand. You don't know. I'm around him all the time. That type of thing. And boom, she ends up being right. Let's see here.
OG Donk. He's got his carpentry, intuition, and he's a shredder.
And predicting things, intuition and predicting things. Predict something for us right now, Caleb.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, give us if anything's really hitting you hard right now. I know that's a tough question because it has to come to you. But predict something for
The
us.
show will end soon.
Yes, I predict you have about 6 minutes left of this thing.
You know who's I would go toe to toe on predictions with Caleb. Tarot Taint. He's the only one who can beat him.
Yeah, Tarot Taint. I used to be really good at intuition, and something happened. I lost my way, and I'm doing my best to get back to it. And
Well, you know what's
yeah, go
I
ahead.
did that.
I just have a hard, and all it is trusting. That's all it is.
Mm.
But
Well, like they say, a puppy loves everyone, has a zillion friends, and an old dog trusts 3 people. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
And,
Tomorrow on the Lex and Terry show, I'm going to play this stuff, and maybe I should play one right now about my my zodiac sign. Now,
yes.
I'm not one of those people that really goes crazy over zodiac signs or anything like that. But especially like this, you're gonna meet somebody that's driving a white car, all that kind of crap. But these people, I stumbled, I got on some sort of Instagram, whatever it's called,
Mhm.
ecosystem, or what are they called? Where they said,
Algorithm.
yes, an algorithm.
The ecosystem, as it were.
Yes, and it talks about the traits of a Sagittarius. And I'm going to play this for the guys on the show tomorrow, and I'm sure I'm going to get run over. But some of those I can't play because they're dirty. So
Mm.
I'm going to play one that this one's probably dirty, but this is about me, I guess.
Sign in astrology is Sagittarius. Nobody will tell you this, and I'm not joking. Go and test them. If you are Sagittarius or know someone, listen the fuck up. You think chaos walks in loud?
Chaos.
No, chaos walks in smiling like a goddamn dream, laughs like freedom, and fucks like it's the end of the world. That's Sagittarius. They don't just burn bridges, they pour gasoline on your expectations, light a match with their tongue, and walk away while you're still begging to understand what the hell just happened. You'll chase, they'll vanish, you'll cry, they'll evolve, you'll remember them every night, and they'll forget you by morning. Not because they're cruel, but because they've already outgrown the cage you thought was love. They
Look
are
at
raw
that.
fire, brutal honesty.
There's a
and
lot of mean
unapologetic
things in there about me that I've learned.
Do you know I was doing I was doing for a while. I need to bring them back. Horoscopes.
Yeah,
Horoscopes.
that's right. Horoscopes. You need to do that again. I like that
I do.
idea.
Well, did you want to hear the last one that I had back when I was channeling the universe? It was the last one I wrote was on Tuesday. Past January. It says it is Tuesday, day of the hibernating platypus. You have a keen amount of crackhead energy coursing through your soul. Use it wisely. Consider investing in a mobile food truck, and your lucky number is 83.
See, that's something to look forward to. I like that. That's the daily stuff.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I don't really buy into the daily stuff, but I buy into the time of year and the place you were born and all that, because people, I mean, a lot of these things where they talk about my personality are right. And I'm pretty positive tomorrow morning on the Lex and Terry show, my buddies there that work there are going to agree with a lot of these things and throw me under the bus.
Well, so I'm a Taurus. It makes sense. I'm very stubborn. There was a time in my life, when you're young, I was dating a girl who went to Humboldt State of all places. Of course, I knew my sign and all the, all that stuff. But you think about it, it's like we are attracted to certain types of people, right? So the great loves of my life have been cancers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's wild because there's a lot of the traits. Hmm?
Sarah's a Cancer.
Oh, don't tell me that. Listen, it's going to be the wrecking crew gets together in September. We are going to mow this town down.
Yeah, you guys that want to travel and hang out with all of us, and including the Lex and Terry show, make plans to go to the 10th annual Subpar Classic in Springfield, Missouri.
Oh, it's so much fun. It is so much fun. It's affordable to play. The only thing I always tell people is don't take it. Like if you're a serious golfer, that's not the game for you, bud.
Oh, no. This is not to play golf. This is to hang out. There's nothing to win. There's nothing to cheat for. It's just to go out and drink and hang out with a bunch of people. Play a couple practical jokes on the guy you're playing golf with and call it a day.
Absolutely.
By the way, Caleb said, by predicting things, I mean, in a situation, I can usually see the outcome very early on. I love that. That's fantastic, Caleb. And it says, even as far as meeting people and seeing the whole thing play out over years. Wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that. I love feeling grounded like that.
Mm. Yeah, that was something we talked about tonight is how do you ground yourself? What do you do to get grounded when it's overwhelming? What do you do, Terry?
It sounds corny, but it's true. I get real thankful for things. And there's a big giant sense of gratitude, and taking a few breaths and realizing, and sometimes looking up into space at night grounds me.
Ooh.
looking up into the stars, and I just go, you know what? All this stuff I'm stressing over is nobody even knows. And the fact that I had my friend pass away recently, and I'm watching everybody come to terms with it. And
Mm,
it's not that he's not missed or loved or anything, but I'm just watching people come to terms with it. And I know that, when my time comes, you think that, oh my, it's going to suck for a few people and yeah, things like that. But people adapt pretty quickly and people aren't really going to remember you, 20 years from now.
yep.
So why not just do all your shit right now that you've really wanted to do?
There's no do-overs
Yeah.
unless reincarnation, which I'm open to. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm with you, man. It's like when you think about it, we have less days ahead of us than we've had,
for
right?
sure.
And so, and you're right.
Statistically speaking, yes.
Nobody's gonna give a shit. Like, think of the person that built this house that I get to live in, and I'm so grateful. I'm fortunate. It's a beautiful old house. That person put a lot of effort in. I can't fucking name them.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't matter.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. And like Caleb said, I liked what Caleb was saying that, the way that he's grounded and can predict certain things and all that stuff and how the way things play out over the years. And I've had feelings like that, and the feelings that I've had, and I've had them last for years.
Yeah.
I went on a streak of years where everything I touched seemed to turn to gold, where I just had a guardian angel over me. And then shit started to happen, and I started to lose belief that I started to think bad things were happening to me, not for me. Sometimes when you think these bad things are happening to you, if you flip that around and go, maybe they're happening for me.
Yeah.
Maybe the fact that, I lost a job or a friend or whatever, or my financial situation isn't right. Maybe that isn't happening bad to you. It's waking you up to make better decisions. So
Chris wanted to wish you a very much love and keep looking for peace in the stars. I appreciate that. I love what Keith said. Gratitude always helps pull out of a funk. Hell yes. Big fan
yeah,
of that. And sorry, Donk. It is true, but you know what? Actually, though, it might be grim, but I finally got what is it and please don't come at me on this one because I'm proclaiming ignorance, but I believe one of the central tenets of Buddhism is just losing connection, letting go. There's no nothing keeping you. I'm forgetting the phrase for it, but you're not held by anything. And I just think, well, that's dumb. We shouldn't be connecting and this and that, and you should the things and the whatnots. But man, I'm getting older. Those relationships are what count. And I also recognize it's just it's a finite period. So get the dessert, man.
that's true. Isn't the one of the first pillars of Buddhism? Isn't it like all things are suffering or something like that?
Yeah, it's without possession you don't suffer. So oh my God, we're gonna be nothing is permanent. Good call, Caleb. And I
Yes.
love what Keith said right here. When I stop worrying and control and do what I can, it seems to work out. Yeah, that's another
Yeah.
one of those things I had to realize. Control's an illusion, man. Shit's gonna happen.
Yeah. Letting go. It's all how you view things. It's all about how you react to things. And I do believe, though, if you're one of those people that puts things off, you're
Mhm.
not going to learn anything about your reaction as you age is going to probably screw you over because as you age, you learn that things aren't as big of a deal anymore,
I,
and it just relax.
I have a friend, Katie Mooneyham, that says that all the time. The universe will continue to teach you lessons until you learn them, right? Or a
That's
lesson.
true. Look at
And
us
they
getting
never
all
come.
metaphysical today.
I
Look at
know,
this.
I know. Hey, next week when we talk, and we'll hopefully Taint will be available. I've got some relationship updates. There have been some.
Oh, really?
Well, yes, there has nothing that you would expect on my end necessarily. It's just I don't know, man. Humans feeling human emotions and going through the rigmarole of it. But I will have some updates for you, and I would love to get both of your opinions on that, of course, because why not?
Now, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit here.
All right.
Would you say are you in a relationship now?
No, no,
Okay.
no, not that. But it is interesting. I'm seeing. Here's the taste of it. I'm seeing people from my life who we're in there at one time or are, or, whatever stage it is. And if it's not right for me or if it's not working for me, of course, I want nothing but the best for them and,
Yeah.
go out into this world. But then we have very human reactions to when they do that. And it's bittersweet. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's good. I like the fact that you're out there in the streets.
Oh, dude, I am one thing. I'm of the street.
Yeah, I know
Feral
it's
Cat will
good.
check in once again.
Yeah, Taint and I are kind of jealous of you a little bit when it comes to that.
Let me tell you something. And, I get that because there was a time and place. And sometimes I look at the security and the stability in your lives and I'm like, damn, that would be nice. Like, how many days before the cats start eating my eyeballs out, before someone notices? But yeah, I mean, it is fun. And there's some more fun stuff to talk about. And but in case you are one, it sounds like Keith is in suspense. Don't worry. The test came back negative. It's not yours, Keith. Okay.
Okay, all right, that's good. That's good. Well, yeah, we look forward to getting into that. We did miss Tate today. We thought maybe he would have time to call us, but now it's 5:06 a.m. where he is. So
Yeah, you got to go to bed. I got to go to bed, but we can do it all again next week. Thank you so much to everybody who came in tonight and was a part of it. Terry, this is a great time. And don't forget to catch, I'm on Q92.9 tomorrow from 10 to 3 right after Lex and Terry. And you can listen to all the cool people and then me.
there you go. Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Adios. And